Hey, what's up guys? I'm Rusty.
I'm Autumn.
And I'm Gia.
And this is Uncommon Canvas. So we decided to start this channel after we painted a couple of things like an old PS2 and some records, and a lot of our friends asked us why we didn't film it. So we decided, like, f it, let's start a YouTube channel. That sounds like fun. So we decided that we needed some more artwork for our set because we hung up these cool hats that Gia painted, but then decided that this side of the frame was lacking a little bit. So we decided that we were gonna paint these wooden palettes with our names on them and our own styles. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna get started with some Montana 94 Vivid Red. I'm gonna do like a warm toned gradient that kind of goes from red to yellow. I'm gonna use some Montana Gold Shock Orange too. Picked up these cans at Jerry's Artarama. They're around like $8 each. They're super dope. Their flow is really good. They're all low pressure. So I like to work my spray paint gradients from dark to light and then back again. So, you know, I'll spray the red and the orange and the yellow just to kind of lay out where I think my lines are gonna go. And then I'll go back in and I will fill in the colors that I oversprayed. So, you know, we'll come back a little bit further with the yellow and then touch up the area with the orange, come back in with the red, and then I'll clean up my lines one more time with the orange before everything is smoothed out.
So for my palette, I'm going for a black background. I like to start with solid black for most of my paintings. I'm gonna put my name over it and then kind of paint like a nature scene around it, just a bunch of random natural looking stuff. I went ahead and spray painted my hand a little bit so I could fling the paint across the canvas just to kind of give it a little bit more of a starry kind of look.
So before we start sketching, we're gonna use some golden matte medium. This is gonna make the spray paint play a little bit better with the pencil and the acrylics both.
So I am sketching my favorite animal, which is a chameleon, on a piece of paper to start with, and then I decided to use transfer paper in order to transfer it onto the palette.
All right, we're about to start painting. Autumn and I are gonna be using golden fluid acrylics on these. So the golden fluid acrylics are a little bit on the pricey side, but they're really high flow, super opaque, and all of the colors are insanely vibrant. So once you start using them, you won't ever wanna go back.
So in this part, I am starting to put in some of the color on his back, and I was really trying to capture a chameleon look with all the different colors. And I'm starting to put some of the shadows and some of the highlights in, just to kind of give him a little more depth and make him look a little more plump. And in this part, I started to add some little dots to make him stand out, but I didn't like that. Paint over that. And we'll do stripes instead, because that looks a little better.
using a liner brush, or I like to call it an eyelash brush for this part. I like to use the teeniest, tiniest brushes to try to get the most detail that I can. And this little guy is going to be a Venus flytrap type thing with orange leaves.
So I'm getting out the black Posca pen. This one's a 3M to do the drop shadowy outliney part of my letters. They make these in all different sizes. We have 3s and 5s right now because most of the things that we do are kind of small. But these Poscas are really fun to use. They go on super thick, and usually you can get really good opacity in like 1 or 2 layers. Alright, so last minute change of plans. Since Autumn and Geo were painting some cool pictures on their palettes, I decided I was just going to throw a banana on this thing. I love bananas. Alright guys, so these palettes are all finished up. We're about to check them out, but before we do, we just wanted to say thank you for checking out our first video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more.
We have a lot of cool ideas coming up, so make sure you click the link in the descriptions and follow us on social media.
And leave a comment if there's something cool that you might want to see us paint in the future. Alright, let's check out these palettes.